Hello and welcome. Here at Learning Lolly, we're passionate about your success. And we don't feel it's enough just to train you in the specific skill. What we want to do is give you a real in-depth understanding of what it actually takes to move on and become successful. 95% of people in this country, by the time they get to 65, are broke, dead, or barely scraping by. And the reason is, it's not because they're bad people or not prepared to work. It's human nature. We have this system inside us which actually is there to protect us, but in reality it holds us back. And what happens is when we step outside our comfort zone, we tend to be able to perform at a lower rate. We can't perform at our maximum potential. Let me give you a real simple example of this and then we'll move on to the next stage. Imagine I've got a builder's plank, 300 mil wide, 15 meters long. I lay it on the ground and I ask you to walk on it. No problem, you can do that. I could probably ask you to walk on it with your eyes shut and you'd do it. Now let's take that same plank and stick it 30 stories up between two buildings. Now you and I both know it's just as easy to walk across, but are you going to do it? Probably not. And even if you did, you probably wouldn't want to walk across it, you'd crawl across it, but you'd need a pretty good motivational reason to do that. Now, I'll come back to that in a minute to give you an understanding. But this idea of stepping outside your comfort zone makes you perform at a lower rate is something that we have to learn to come to terms with. Now, you've experienced this feeling a number of times in your life. It could have been your first day at school. Remember the first day you got behind the wheel of a car? All of these things are putting you in a situation where you can't really work at your true potential. Now, I've got a little drawing here and I want to show it to you. Imagine, if you will, that this is how your life works. The crazy thing is that what I'm about to tell you now will determine where you'll be down the road. Whether you believe it or not, it will control your life. And if you understand it and learn how to master it, it will make a huge difference to where you're going to be in the next 5 or 10 years. Okay, so how does it work? Here we go. Everyone has a potential for action, and it's a question of how much we can tap into that. How much potential you've got will define how much effort you put into being successful. How much effort you put in will define the results you get out of whatever you do. And those results, if they're good, will reaffirm your belief, which will make you stronger, which will mean it'll increase your potential for action. Where you put more effort in, you'll get better results, which will reinforce that belief, and so on. And it's like going up a spiral. And as you go through that process, you will become more successful. But there's a downside to this. If you try and go into something tentatively, you're out of your comfort zone, as I talked about, and naturally that's what we all do, then your potential for action is less. Then you put less effort in, which means your results are less effective, which means your belief will go, well, I've tried and it didn't work, and your belief level will go down, which will decrease your potential, which will mean you put in less effort, which means you get less results, and you can see this is a downward spiral now. This is such an important understanding to grasp. And when you step outside your comfort zone, this is what happens. Right now, you're in a situation where you're thinking, what am I going to do with this course? Now, I want to congratulate you because you've made a lot of effort so far. You made the decision, first of all, I want to move on in life. So you've gone through the research and you've now found a course. And this course, we are 100% confident that this course is the right tool for you to become successful. Yeah? But the bad news is that 95% thing is still working. Only 1 in 20 people who've got to the position you're in now actually go forward and continue with the training. Yeah? And it's that human nature holding them back. They're thinking, oh God, will I be successful? You know, can I really get a job? And how am I going to get the funding? And they may try to look for funding tentatively rather than with commitment. And they get turned down on the first offer, or they don't get an offer from the bank or whatever, and they stop looking and go, oh no, I can't do it. Can you see how this works? But if you're sitting here today thinking, right, now I understand this and I know this is where I want to go in life, this is what I want to do, then what you've got to do is increase that potential for action. Yeah? You've got to start saying to yourself, I'm going to do this. I can be successful. And that will make you put more effort in, which means you'll get the funding. Yeah, you get the funding, you've got a result. Now you're excited, your belief level's going up. Now you're able to start work. And you're going to go at this course with some effort. And you put the effort in, and guess what? You get results. You're putting the effort in, it's starting to work. You get excited. Your belief goes up, you put more effort in, you get better results, and hey presto, you go around this thing, you end up with qualifications, and now it's time to get a job. And you know you're going to get a job. You're going to get focused, you're going to make the effort, you put in the results, and guess what? You get a job. That's what this is all about, and this is why we want to help you. And there's going to be a course of videos which are going to cover various bits of this, but let's just allude to a couple of things here. First of all, what's going to make it happen for you? What's the motive for your action? Yeah? If you know why you're going to do this, it's going to be so much easier. So sit down with a piece of paper and write down what you're trying to get away from, the negative forces. I'm sick of this job. If that boss tells me one more time, I'm going to tell him where to shove it. Whatever it is that's going to put the burr under your saddle, need to look for that. I'm fed up with that, barely scraping past. Then on the other side, the positive side, what's this extra career going to do? Is it going to give you job satisfaction? Is it going to give you more money to do what you want to do when you're not working? Maybe there's some holidays you want to go on, a better property, some investments you want to make for like your kids' education or things like that. I don't know, it's personal, it's down to you, but you've got to know what those are. Yeah? Let's go back to that plank 30 stories up. Now that's a pretty scary thing for anybody to do, but say I wasn't Mr. Nice Guy, I was some horrible guy, and I've got someone you love, and I'm hanging him over the edge of that building by the ankle saying, if you don't come across, I'm going to drop him. Now, you could dig deep enough to find the courage to go across in that situation. Now that's extreme, I know, and don't worry, I'm not going to do that. That's not what Learning LOL is about. But if you're in a situation where you know what's going to drive you, then this is going to be so much easier for you, and it's going to be something you're going to want to do and enjoy, and it will help you make those decisions. Yeah? If you're thinking right now, ooh, I want to do this, but I'm really not sure I can handle alone. Yeah? Then you should be thinking, if I don't get a loan and I don't do this training, I'm going to regret it in 5 or 10 years' time. I have to do this now. Yeah? And right now, the economy's not as good as it should be. But imagine if you get the training done and by the time we come out of this and you're ready to go, how much further ahead you're going to be of other people who that fear is holding back right now, and they won't make that step forward until the recession's over. They'll be working for you, I guarantee it. So start thinking about where you want to go, get your reasons together and push on forward. Be the one in the 20 that does it. It's been great talking to you. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.